Hello, hello, hello. Well, here's the Drake R4C PTO all apart. You're saying like, well, why did you take it all apart? Well, the thing was difficult to turn, so per usual then, I cleaned out the bearings, got all the crud out of them. They had some really old grease in this thing, so I got all the old grease out, and it is quite a PTO now. It really turns nicely. So what I did was I put detox in those bearings. The bearings were so bad, I didn't want to do this, but I used this detox to get the old grease out. So that's what I did first. Got the old grease out. I probably went through a bunch of Q-tips. I would put a Q-tip down here and just swab it around until the grease came out, and then some more detox. And then once that was done, I put in my favorite grease that some Drake expert said to use, and that's this stuff again. I can't say anything bad about it. It works really, really good. So that's what I use on these PTOs and the bearings, and this thing is just really good. So it had a little bit of end play. It doesn't now, but maybe a tiny bit. You want a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, not a lot, but it had a lot. So I went out to the garage and found the correct hex key finally for it. And so that's how you can adjust it. And maybe taking the lid off is a safer way to do it because you don't really hit anything, but there's a hex key in there which you want to use, hex screw. So, and I only turned it like a smidgen, like maybe 3 degrees, 5 degrees. That's where that goes. And let's get the size on this thing, if I can. This is a what? Come on, Apple. Focus. Nope, can't focus on the bar. There's too much interference. How about there? Maybe it's focusing. Well, I still can't get it. Let's see. Blump, 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 blump. I'll try with my eyes what this thing is. What is it? There, I can see it. Craftsman. Something 32. I can't even read it. There it is. Okay, so what does it say? You tell me. It says Craftsman something or other. There it is. Is it a 3/32 or a 1/32? There, you can read that right there. It might be a 1/32. I don't know what it is, but that's the right size and the right length. So that's what you want to use to go in there. And I guess you can do it with the lid on. You can go through the back here. I took the lid off, which is painful to get off, but you can go into the back of the lid right here and hit that thing maybe if you can find it, if you're that dexterous and lucky. It does protrude. At least this Craftsman one will protrude out the back of it. So let's get a look at the hex screw in there for you. I can get a picture of it. Okay, yeah, you can see the screw right there, the hex screw. And that goes up against the worm gear. I just gave it a very slight turn. You don't want to over tighten it. So that's about it with the PTO. I guess I could put it back together now. Let's check it out for dirt and debris. So there is some dirt there hanging around in it. I'm going to get that out before it goes back together. There's still like crud there. I don't want that left in there, so we'll get that stuff out of there. Top of it looks pretty good. Okay, Drake R4C PTO, and they do have a 2 transistors in here. I thought this thing had I thought it had a buffer outside, but no, it's the same thing. And there's no coax on this one. It goes out on a plain old wire, which the RF goes out on a plain wire, which is fine with me. And how does this thing look otherwise? It looks fine. There's some of the composition they did at Drake. Okay, well, that's about it. I'm going to put this thing back together. Of course, you just push this on and it will automatically clip into the bottom here where those clips go, and you're all set. I guess I use this for RIDI. I don't plan to ever use RIDI, but that's what it's for, I heard. Okay, well, get some dirt on this thing and carry on. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.